Hey YouTubers, Electric Adventures here with a quick response video to Ed's Top 3 Tuesday, which is your top 3 mods that you've performed yourself on some of your equipment. Yeah, I thought about this a little bit, and then I thought, oh, I'm not sure I've done a lot of these, but then I thought, well, maybe I should go back further. And I think about, well, yes, I have actually done quite a few mods. So, trimming it down to my top 3, I'm actually going to put the NES, cutting the... So, I got this NES, worked fine for a little while, and then it started getting the blinking problem all the time with pretty much all the games. So, people told me I need a new connector, so I ordered a new connector and put a new connector in. It didn't improve it at all. So then I went in and I cut pin number 4, and it did actually make it work better with some games, although it requires putting the cartridges in quite a few times. They have to be ultra clean and pressing the reset button lots. So it did get quite frustrating, and I went off the NES for a little while, and that's why I actually ended up going to so much trouble of getting a top loader, for which I can say I can put virtually any one of my games in, and first time every time it just works. The only trouble is I'm limited that I have to play it on this little TV that's sitting just here, because it's the only TV I have where I get a picture with colour and sound where the sound isn't fuzzy. So I do actually need to challenge myself and do the AV mod for the top loader to get myself a NES system, because you know, there are some really good games for the NES system. And now my second one. So this is so the MSX computers actually came out with 2-button joysticks. And back in the day I didn't have a tremendous lot of money, so I couldn't afford to buy any of the commercial ones, and there weren't a lot of them. Like there was Spectre Video actually made a model of their classic. I should have used one as a prop. Oh, here we go. One like this for the MSX, where each of these buttons was wired up as a 1 and 2 button. And some games, so this is a Model Quickshot 1, so this is just an Atari one, so both of these buttons are wired up the same. So what I did, I took an Atari joystick and I put a second button up here, and I got one of the to do the cord, because there's not enough, I don't have enough cables wired up in a standard Atari cord, so I got one of the extension cords which has all pins wired, chopped off the end, and used that to rewire up the second button, because that's all it is. An MSX joystick is exactly the same as a Atari joystick up to the first button, and just uses an extra wire for the second one. So that's how I used to play Nemesis back in the day. Now I do believe this one is worn out, and I probably need to make another one. Up until recently, I finally did get another joystick that supports, which was, I actually found it at the tip shop. So this one here, sorry, the cord's in front of it. So this controller here, but it is pretty much worn out. It actually has switches for so A is Atari Commodore, B is for Sega, C is for Amstrad, and D is for MSX. All have different button schemes, and there's the switch on the front. It's got 2 buttons, so that actually sort of works, and it's got an auto fire, but the direction pad's just about worn out, so I probably need to but now that I got this one the other day, I might actually be able to modify that into an MSX joystick again, so I probably should challenge myself. So that's number 2, and number 1 is the main machine that I used when I was programming games, was my Spectre Video 738 Express. Now I did 2 mods to this. One was to install a reset switch, rather than having to turn it on and off all the time, and the other one was that it came with a single-sided 3.5-inch floppy drive. So there was a common mod to get you had to get a particular brand of double-sided drive, and put that in, and upgrade the ROM chips to support the double-sided, and I had to build frames to stand the drives on, because they didn't fit in the existing frames either. So that was quite an extensive mod. Machine was used heaps, and this is my original machine. It's not too bad, it actually probably needs another clean. It's all working, except for the fact that the drive died, so it's actually got its original single-sided drive back in there. And it's one of the reasons why I got one of the other MSX2 machines to read all my double-sided discs to get all my development software back. Alright, so Ed, once again, great tag. If any of you guys want to do a response, make sure you respond to Ed's original video and check out some of the other responses as well. Alright guys, I'll catch you next time.